Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon Stewart, and I'm coming at you live with my 2 cents. Today, we are going to talk about the app. The app is on your phone, okay? The app, because I am an Apple person, I have a Mac laptop. Mine is also on my laptop. So if you're an Apple person and you didn't know it, you can download the app to your MacBook Pro. And I'm going to tell you guys what, I am just going to dive right into this because I know you guys have busy schedules and so do I. So we're going to start off on the main page. When you go to the app, the first page that you're going to see on My Zebra Suite, excuse me, is going to give you your notifications. You guys are going to want to go and check these frequently because you never know. You might get an order. You might have a new person join your team. I love it when I go in there and I'm like, oh, look at this. This is so exciting. You guys know I was gone all last weekend, Thursday through Monday night in Texas. So I wasn't looking at it while I was away because I was down visiting my friend Dana and Andrea and Beth. And we went to the rodeo and it was my husband's birthday also. It wasn't just us girls, but we were at the rodeo. So I wasn't looking. And then I got home and I had to pack for my fundraiser. So today, when I wanted to hop on here and start looking at things and what all I wanted to talk to you guys about the app, because I've been looking over it and I'm like, don't want to talk about that. We're just going to go through it all. I was excited to see that there were several orders placed and we got a new teammate. So make sure you guys are going in there and checking on your notifications frequently. They're going to be right there when you go to the app. They're going to be like, boom, notifications. Okay. At the very top, of course, it's going to give your title. It's going to give your name, your email address, and who your upline is. So if you're not sure who your upline is, go there. I am at the top of the organization, so mine says top of org because I don't have anybody above me. So there's that. Okay, so make sure you're checking your notifications often. Scroll down and you're going to see the sales summary. That's going to give you your personal SV for the month. Every month it starts over again. Scroll down and it's going to tell you information about your next promotion. So like I'm a director, my next promotion would be executive director. Now here's where I want you guys to, if you haven't played around with the app, make sure you guys go in here. You're not going to hurt nothing. If you click on something, you're not going to hurt it. Okay. So there's a spot that says required and then there's a spot that says actual. If you're like, I don't need to see what my promotion is going to be next. I don't want to see that right now. I want to see what's currently happening. You're going to go over here and I'm going to do this while we're talking. So I'm going to click along with you. You're going to go over there and click on actual. And that is going to give you for the month, your SV. And then as you're growing your team, it's going to tell you what your requirements are, and it's going to let you know how many of those have you hit for the month. And then down below, it's going to tell you if you are qualified, being your pay qualification at your title. If you are, it's going to say yes. If you're not, it's going to say no. So check through that, check on that throughout the month. And once you're bonus qualified, you're like, woohoo, everything else is gravy this month, right? So there's that. Keep scrolling down, guys. The next thing is going to be Pink Zebra Academy. Now, let me tell you a couple things. They are updating some things. It doesn't matter. You need to go in. Every single person here seeing this, every single person not seeing this, if you're a Pink Zebra consultant, you need to go do Pink Zebra Academy. Why? Because if you don't do it, you will not get your pink, white, or blue sapphire bonus. You guys, it's not a hug. It's cash. It's real money. And you will get that on your August paycheck. So don't miss out because you didn't complete Pink Zebra Academy. Go through it. Make sure you're all the way through it. If you're not sure, you can always reach out to Karen Siddell. Karen Siddell can confirm that you're good, or she'll let you know, oh, hey, you're missing da-da-da-da. But I mean, like, don't open it up and do 5 minutes and then be like, Karen, am I done? Because she's going to be like, did Shannon tell you that? And then she's going to be mad at me. So don't do that. So, but I mean, once we get down to the wire and you're like, oh my gosh, I think I got it all done, but something doesn't look clicked off, we can reach out to Karen and she'll confirm it. Okay. So no worries there. And I love that you can just click right on where it says go to Pink Zebra Academy and it takes you there. And then you guys just start going through all the things. And all the things in there are fantastic things that everybody who is a Pink Zebra consultant needs to know about because it might not pertain to you today, but it might in a year or in 5 years or in 2 weeks or whatever. Okay. And then if you keep scrolling, I love this because it gives you your actual Sapphire status. Okay. So it's going to tell you your sales volume for this year, this Pink Zebra year. And you know, our year runs July through June. We're not like January to December. Our business year goes July through June. So when you're looking at that, when it says you're on your way to Pink Sapphire, you're on your way to White Sapphire, look and see what sales volume do you have versus what you need. Always check your ScentFlirt orders as well, because you need sales and ScentFlirt to hit your Sapphire status. Don't worry about your qualified sponsors because they removed that, so you don't have to have qualified sponsors anymore to receive your Sapphire bonus. Okay. And then of course it's gonna, down below it, whatever Sapphire you're currently on, it's going to list out all your requirements, and it's going to like gray the box. So once the like I need one more box and then I'll be White Sapphire, but it's going to be a minute before I hit that. But it tells you, yep, you've done all the things. So that, and that also will be your Pink Zebra Academy will be checked off in there. Okay. Keep scrolling down, you guys. And when we are on an incentive period, like we just finished up the trip incentive going to the Dominican Republic, whoop, whoop, that would give you your scale, so you can see where you are for the trip points. So there's no like, I don't know where I stand. Nope, you're gonna know it's right there. And then keep scrolling down, and it tells you how many ScentFlirt subscriptions you have. And if you're like, I need to check this, don't you worry. I'm going to show you where you can check where all your ScentFlirt subscribers are. Okay. So that's it for the main page. Okay. I want you guys to then go. So that's the little house. The little house is your main page. The next thing over, it looks like a little file folder or a little index card. I want you guys, if you're following along with me, click on that. And then that gives you a list, like your consultant manual, events, heroes, logos, marketing. There is some great information in each and every one of these. For example, under events, it gives you flyers for reunion. It gives you the fashion guide for reunion. The trip information was in there. If you're going to reunion and you're like, I don't know what to wear, go in there. The fashion guide, that's what that fashion guide is for, in case if you didn't know. That's going to help you know what you should be wearing to reunion. Like, we don't want to show up in, you know, I don't know, a bathing suit. Okay, that would be weird if you showed up to meetings in a bathing suit. But if you're not sure how you should dress or what things you should wear, it's a suggestion. It's not mandatory, but, you know, it'll help you out. So there's that. Logos, you guys, if you are like, Shannon, where do you get all these logos? Where are you getting this stuff? That's where, guys, you're going to be able to, I'm going to open it up right now. So you're going to be able to get a Blend Bash logo. So if you're wanting to make a graphic and you want to talk about the Blend Bash and you want it to be all authentic, make sure you download that and use that Blend Bash logo in there. One that you absolutely need and you want to have with you, I save it on my phone, I save it in my graphic apps and all the things, is the Independent Consultant logo. Any graphic, anytime you make a graphic, you have to have the Independent Consultant logo. Even when, like, I'm shouting somebody out, if I go to post it in Consultant Corner, you know, everything has to be approved in Consultant Corner, just so you know. You can't just willy-nilly go in there, type something crazy. But if you are shouting somebody out and you don't have the Independent Consultant logo on it, you'll get a message. I've done it. Sometimes we forget things. We get so excited because somebody did something great and we're like, oh, man, I forgot. You'll get a message from Paisley just saying, hey, I need you to add the Independent Consultant logo to that. And you'll be able to go in and you'll be able to manage the post and change it. So that's where you're going to find that kind of stuff. Okay. Let me go click back out of here. There's marketing. I love the marketing spot because it's going to give you stuff that's going on this month. So you can look under March 2026 and you can see any kind of sales that we have. So if you're looking for a graphic, if for some reason you can't find it here in Team Dynamite, you can click on the marketing and there's going to be graphics in there for you to use. There is going to be, there's tabletops. If you look under miscellaneous, there is stuff that you guys can print out, and like it tells you that we're made from U.S. soybeans, so we support U.S. soybean farmers. I think the one is still in there that I absolutely love. I love having this next to my simmer pots when I am at vendor events. It lets them know that some of our simmer pots are assembled in the United States by veterans. So we put veterans to work, and single moms too. We've got a single mom shift, you guys. So look through those. Even if you don't print those things off, look through those, because there is great information. And the more you're educated, the more you can share with your customers. Like today, for some reason, I've done this fundraiser for years. And this lady says to me, "So you make all this?" And I was like, "Girl, how long have you been buying from me?" I go, "Really? You didn't know that?" And she goes, "I never asked you." She goes, "I just assumed you did." I'm like, "No." I said, "I do this. Orders, it comes to my house." I said, "But these are made down in Sugar Land, Texas." People want to know these things. Sugar Land, Texas is where home office is. That's where all of our manufacturing takes place. It's 100% American made. People want to know that. So the more educated you become, the more you can share with your customers. And I promise you, they really care. They really do care. So they were excited to hear that. There's also a tab that has product in it, and it gives you information. So like there's one on air care products. There's some frequently asked questions that customers might ask you. It's great for you guys, even if you just print them off and have those sheets with you at different things. Even when you're live selling, if you have those sheets printed off and somebody asks you about a product, you can say, "You know what? I don't know, but I just printed these things off. Let me look it up and see if it's on that paper." Because if you are honest and you tell people you don't know something and then you look it up for them, they're going to become your best friend, because they're going to say, "I like her. I trust her. She looks it up. She doesn't just randomly say something crazy," right? So I love that. Also, recognition. If you're wondering, how do I become a Blue Sapphire? There's information in there for that under recognition. There's a spot for ScentFlirt with your frequently asked questions there. And there's a spot with Vistaprint, so you know how you can get Pink Zebra t-shirts printed. Now, I have a Pink Zebra shirt on. This is really old. I only wear it about 2 or 3 times a year because, hello, it's for St. Patrick's Day. This was made a long time ago. I can't get it, sorry. But Vistaprint is where you're going to want to go. They've got a lot of great stuff. You can print business cards off there. You can do all kinds of stuff. And sometimes they have pins, they have bags, they have all kinds of things that you can get there. And if you're wondering, well, how do I get those? You'll want to go there. This app, I'm telling you what, there's a load of information. Now, once you get through all of that, the next little tab at the bottom, to me, it looks like a little shopping bag maybe. If you click on that, it's going to take you to your website to shop. I'm not really sure why it's on the app, but it's there. It's there. In case if you didn't want to just type in your website and go. So I guess it's a quick, whatever you want to call it. It's a quick thing. So let's skip over to what I like to refer to as the hamburger bar. It's the 3 lines. It's your bottom right corner. I call that the hamburger. So if you ever hear me refer to the hamburger, I'm not eating hamburger. Well, so maybe well, if I'm talking about the app, I'm not talking about a hamburger. If I'm talking about the website and I say hamburger, it's the 3 lines, okay? I think Tom said that one time, and it stuck in my brain, and I was like, oh, it does kind of look like a hamburger. If you played the video game Burger Time back in the 80s, you get it. Okay, so we're going to click on the hamburger, and off to the right side, it pops up a list of different things: news, calendar, shop the website, reports, on and on and on, okay? But I want to talk to you guys about customer reports, okay? You can go in there and you can see your customer reports, orders that they've placed. It's going to give you their order information, and there's a way that you can see all of their contact information. So if you want to send somebody a thank you card, or you want to send them a sample of something, you can go in there and pull up their name and get all their information. I love it too, because you can also see who your ScentFlirt customers are just by clicking, kind of like how it said requirements and actual on the main screen. It's got without ScentFlirt and with ScentFlirt customers. So if you just want to do, like I want to do a drawing for all my current ScentFlirt customers, you can go in there and find that and do a random drawing for your ScentFlirt people. It also, in this tab under the reports, you will find financials. So if you're wanting to figure out, like, how did I get paid? How does this work? Click on that report, download it, and it's going to show you all the details. Okay. Let's see here. Is that still under? Yeah. And I like to click on the reports because there's a whole list of things there too. Okay. Let's talk about personal quick start report. That is for new consultants that are within their first 90 days. You should be able to go in there and see your information. I am well beyond my first 90 days, so there's no details in there for me. And then you can see sponsoring quick start report. I don't ever look at that one. Doesn't do anything for me. Enroller Quick Start Report, I will tell you guys that is for your team. And it's not all up to date and all the things. That's your your Enroller Quick Start Report, not all up to date. Keep going down. Sapphire Report. This is for your team. So once you start growing a team, the next two reports are what you're going to want to be looking at. Your Sapphire Report and your Team Report. Now, when you click on your Sapphire Report, everybody that's on your team is going to pop up. You can go to the top and search one person because you're like, hey, I know she's getting close to the next level for the Sapphire. You can click on that and you can see. Here's something I will ask you guys. If you know that you have, because I don't know if that is 100% real-time accurate. They're still working on the app, you guys. A lot of things had a lot of bugs in it. I will ask for you guys to please be understanding and know it's much better if you know you've hit pink sapphire or white sapphire or blue sapphire. Reach out to your upline and let them know so they can shout you out because that's basically how I do it. I wait for you guys to tell me. Rather than go in here and think you didn't do it and not ever shout you out. And then you're sad because you're like, why didn't she shout me out? Because the report might not have been accurate. Now, one report that is correct and is accurate and does update daily is your team reports. Okay. Now, again, I have all Apple products. So if you have Apple products, I got you. If you don't, I will do my best to help you. So you're going to click skip the tree view report in the app. Okay. You're going to go to downline, my downline. You'll click on that and you'll click share report. I always email it to myself and then I open it up on my laptop because on your phone, it's way too tiny and I can't see nothing on my phone. So you're going to email it to yourself. You're going to open it up and I open it in, a thing called Numbers. Numbers is what I use. You guys probably all have like Excel or whatever. Probably, I'm guessing Excel. If somebody has a non-Apple product, please confirm Excel or whatever it is you use. I use Numbers because I have Apple products. I'm going to keep saying that because I don't want you who are non-Apple people trying to find numbers on your non-Apple laptop and then be like, Shannon, what are you talking about? Because sometimes I can be confusing. So that's why we're doing this. But share the report. What I love about this is once you get that report, don't expand it all the way because that's the first thing I always want to do. I want to blow it up real big. Instead, I go to, this is how I do Woohoo Wednesday, just so you guys know. I used to have to go through and scroll and find everybody that had over 460. Let me tell you, that was not fun. So then I learned this little trick and I'm going to teach you guys this, okay? So you open it up in whatever app you're using to open up this report because you can't just open it here. Maybe someday. You open it up. Column E is our total sales volume for the month. I click on that. I go over to organize. I click on sort. And I know this is a lot. So when you go to do it, there's a lot of click, 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 click. Okay. And then I go over to the side and I tell it, I want to see this from highest to lowest. So when I post, now, remember, I have adopted ins. I do not put them in the correct order. I add them to the bottom of our list. So don't think that y'all are beating all the adopted ins because the adopted ins, I just randomly add them as they tell me they're in. I do it from highest to lowest every month. That's how I do it. That's how I've always done it. And being able to go in there and adjust that column to show me is fantastic. So, and I have a lot of people on the team. So I'm very thankful for that. As your team grows, you'll be thankful to have that tool to sort things. You can also sort the column by who signed up. So if you want to see how many new consultants you had join your team in the month of February or in the month of March, you can do that and you can go in there and see. Actually, you can go back through any month, but be careful when you're doing it numbers because sometimes it picks up the number 1, even though it might be December 12. Or 11 or 10, and it does it in random. So you just check the date if that's what you're looking for, but it'll chunk it into the month. You just need to check the year and all that. So that is a very great tool once you start growing a team, and you're wanting to look at all that stuff. So let's go back. We're going to click on the hamburger again. And then of course, under reports, you've got resources again. So if you didn't want to click on the little picture down at the bottom, you can click on resources there. You can also click on Pink Zebra Academy there. And again, you guys, you have to do Pink Zebra Academy. Whether you think you're going to be a Pink Sapphire this year or not, if you're new, I'm telling you, go through and do Pink Zebra Academy. It's going to show you a lot of things that maybe you overlooked because you just didn't think it was something you needed to know. There's a lot of great information there, and Karen is always updating that. So if something doesn't quite look right, don't worry. It's probably getting updated, okay? Redeem rewards. I do not have anything in there, and this is one of the little spots that I clicked on, and I was kind of like, I should have asked about this a long time ago. It could possibly be where your points for quick starts are, but I do know I look for those things on the website, not the app. And then the next thing is social media. If you click on the social media, your social media links should be added in there. So like when I go there and I click on the little Facebook, it takes people to my Facebook page. So those are good things to have there too. And then you've got your account information. That's where you're going to go in there and you're going to add the about me. You're going to share with people who you are and the things that you've done. Mine is basically, I use that area to kind of give a resume of who I am. And that way, somebody who is looking for somebody to maybe join their team, or they're looking for somebody to host a party, all the things, they can read that and they'll go, oh, wow, she's been with the company for over 13 years. And I mean, which I have to update it because it says almost 13 years and now I'm at 13 and a half. So constantly go in there and tweak it and update it as you reach an achievement. Like you can say, I'm a 3-time Pink Sapphire. I'm a 3-time trip earner. I'm a 10-time trip earner, whatever it is. Give yourself some props, y'all. You work this business and you've done some amazing things. When you promote to executive consultant, go in there and say, I promoted to executive consultant and I would love to continue to grow my team. I would love to have you join my team, because you don't know who's reading that. But I'm telling you right now, people do read it because they want to find a consultant that they can know, like, and trust. Okay. Very important. Also, it's going to tell you your sponsors. So if you didn't see it on the beginning page, you can always see it there. And again, it's going to give the email address, and mine is Top of Work. So I have customer service as my email address for my sponsor. Detailed information. Of course, it's giving all of that's where you're going to be able to put your links in for your social media, all your stuff like that. Your tax information is going to go in there, like your social security number, all the things. Okay. Then I love down here on number 3, Club Pink. You guys, it tells you when you started, and if you are a current Club Pink member. And I started April 15th of 2014. I have been getting Club Pink for all the years. Since the day that it started, I have been with Club Pink. So that was kind of fun when I clicked on that and saw that. I was like, oh, that's fun. And then ScentFlirt, it gives you an opportunity that if you're not already subscribed to it, you can click subscribe and it'll take you there. And you will be able to subscribe with ScentFlirt. And if you're not a ScentFlirt subscriber, what are you waiting for? Click the button, go subscribe. Because you can't really talk to a customer about ScentFlirt if you're not a ScentFlirt subscriber. So I recommend at the very least you guys are ScentFlirt subscribers. What's great about being a ScentFlirt subscriber is you're going to get the next month's Paisley Pick, which is Club Pink. You're going to get it at the end of the month. Whereas if you're a Club Pink subscriber, you're going to get a full carton of the next month's Paisley Pick a month ahead of time, so you can start giving out samples. People can start trying it. They fall in love with it. And then on the first of the month, they're like, Shannon, I need 4 bags of that. I need the diffuser oil. I need it however it comes. I need. That's why you want to be a Club Pink subscriber. I play bingo every Thursday with my people, and I always make sure they have the new Club Pink as one of their prizes, because we want them to have it, right? We want them to smell it. We want them to fall in love with it. So that, you guys, is the app in a nutshell. I will tell you, as somebody who has a team, I really look at the app for notifications. I look at the app for team reports. Of course, I've done Pink Sapphire when I was working on the trip. I look at it for the trip. I look at it for my Sapphire status. But for the most part, I use the website under Manage My Business. And we went over, we tackled the website last week. So if you missed out on that, go back and watch last week's. But for those of you who are newer, resources is going to be your best friend. You're going to find those logos. You're going to want to do Pink Zebra Academy. Just go through it and play around. And there might be something that you come across that you're like, oh, that's where that is. It definitely doesn't hurt. It's part of getting to know your business. And it is your business. You know, we're all independent consultants, and it's a great idea for you to learn all the tools that we have readily available for us. And you guys, what's great about the app is it's always going to be evolving. It's always going to be getting better. They're going to be adding things to it that are going to make our lives easier as they can. We have a lot of things that are clickable things that they'll be able to just plop it in place, and all of a sudden one day you're going to be like, oh, that's new. So keep checking in there, check around, play around with it. And if you have questions, you guys let me know what I can do to answer. But I think we have gone through everything that's on the app, and go in there and play around with it and let me know what you guys think. All right. Have a great night. Bye.